Hey, this is Cameron, and welcome to the practice log. Whoa, it's 2 mornings in a row. This is rare, and there's a good reason for this. Well, let's go to the chair and I'll explain myself. I'm usually very strict about the arbitrary rules that I set for myself, one of which being I put out a video that's in the morning and then at night, and then I keep alternating that. But as you might remember, if you saw the last morning session, I still haven't even looked at the footage, I just remember that it was a rough one. I was kind of in a bad place, having a hard time. After filming that, I've taken 2 days off, so I haven't even touched a guitar in 2 days. Which, it's like, does that sound like a break? I don't know. It's fine. 2 days isn't that long. Like, it's just been hard to do anything at all. I got out of a relationship a little while ago. We decided to just be friends, which is like a really stupid idea. I know. Post in the comments if that's a bad idea. Guess what? They're moving on faster than me, and that feels terrible. So it's kind of like a whole new breakup all over again. Now I'm losing my friend too. I'm kind of going through it right now. I haven't felt that great the last few days. That's why I haven't touched a guitar. Just been kind of sulking and stuff. But I think it's time that I stop sulking. So all that being said, I don't know if this is gonna be like the regular programming. I'm just gonna do my best. I don't know if I want to go into a music theory lesson. I feel like maybe I should be in higher spirits for it. But also, it is a music theory lesson, so who cares? I feel like a miserable teacher teaching a music theory lesson is normal. It's a rough one though. This is a rough one. So that's how the next few will probably be. So get used to it. New era of sore hands. But that's the nature of these kinds of things, you know? I'm not 100% all the time. I think actually you're probably pretty familiar with that. I'm not 100% even half the time, usually. There's always something going on. It's setting in now, so I think I should probably end this segment. I know I haven't answered any questions. I'm trying though. Maybe give you some softballs to answer. Be like, what's your favorite color? Or something like that. I don't know. Let me look one more time at the thing. Okay, you know what? No questions today. I can't do it. My little heart can't take it. So, I'm just gonna get right to practicing, and then we're gonna see how I feel after that. So, I'll see you there. You know, I've been making videos every day for quite a while now. I feel like it's gonna be okay. The next couple of them are a little dumpy, you know? You can just not watch them, that's fine. I'm still gonna make them though. Like in that chair section, I probably spent like half the time as usual in it. So I'm just gonna do all the normal stuff, I think, and just the quality. If it turns out really bad, it's just gonna be super short. So, you know, that's how we're doing this. I am going to practice. I'm just gonna try to get into it. My nails probably need to be polished. I'm gonna polish my nails really quick. I'm just gonna start practicing. We'll see where it goes. So, I will see you on the other side. Oh, that's all I got. I'm struggling over here. I did play through basically everything. I didn't quite make it through the sore Mozart variations, but that's okay. So in regular fashion, I'm gonna play something for you, so come on over. You know, this is like a thing, but despite what people might think, it's really hard to make music when you're sad. I feel like it's much, much easier to make music when you're happy. That's always just like a thing, right? Like, oh, like channel it into the music. I feel like that's not really something that I can do. Like if I'm in a bad mood, it's hard for me to make music and enjoy it and express myself. I feel like it's a lot better if you experience sadness and then you get over it and you're happy again, and then you can kind of think back on it. That's when I feel like I'm in my stride. But that being said, I'm gonna play through a bit of the fugue. Classic. Alright. that's all I got. I can't keep going. Man, that sucks. Tomorrow will be better. Tomorrow will be a new day and a better day. Yeah, so here's my plan. I'm gonna try filming one of these tonight as well, and we're just gonna see how it goes. I think I'm just gonna do one practice session, so like that was it. That's all the practicing I'm doing today. I don't even know. It was probably for like 30 minutes or less. So let's just go to the computer and do something, and then I'm gonna do something else. Maybe watch some TV or something. But this is the practice log. Okay. Let's do it. So we've gone through 2 music theory lessons already, and there's one more just to cover all the basics so we can start getting into harmony and stuff. It's intervals. So, let's just take a moment and cover that, and then we'll call it a day. An interval is just the distance between 2 notes, and it's kind of the foundation of harmony. So let's start with the major scale, of course. As you remember from last time, that's our C major scale. Let's just go through all of them. So, C to D, that's going to be a major second. It's a second, and it's of the major scale. There it is. C to E is a major third. C to F is something called a perfect fourth. So now we have perfect intervals, and here's what they sound like so far. I'll do it in C. Major second. It's just the next note in the scale. Major third. And then perfect fourth. Alright, next is going to be perfect fifth, which is C to G. And then major sixth, C to A. And then major seventh. A little crunchier. And then the octave. And there we go. Those are our intervals. A lot of those were major. None of them were minor intervals. And the way that we make them minor is we would move them closer to C by 1 half step. So think about this. C to D, that's 2 half steps because it's a whole step, right? Make it D flat. And now you have a minor second, which sounds like that. A little crunchier, right? Let's do E flat. So instead of C to E flat is a minor third. There we go. And I'm doing that by just playing the major scale that we talked about. And then I just move that E down a fret. Minor third. Now for perfect intervals, we don't have major or minor. We have perfect and then augmented, which is raised, and then diminished, which is lowered. So if we have a perfect fourth, that's a perfect fourth. Of course, a diminished fourth will be the same as a major third. And then an augmented fourth will be that. Tritone, which is 6 half steps. Though it's a gross interval, it's the driving interval of our harmony because they resolve like that. Yeah, and then same thing for G because we have a perfect fifth. That means we can have a diminished fifth if we go down 1, which is the same as an augmented fourth, and then we can have an augmented fifth, which sounds like that. Which is the same now as a minor sixth. So minor sixth and augmented fifth sounds the same. And then... And now same thing here, kind of convenient. The shapes work out because we have major third looks like that. Major sixth looks like that. Minor sixth, minor third. So they look the same. We have the major seventh. We make it a minor seventh by dropping it. So we call these different things quality. So minor and major, those are qualities. Yeah, and if an interval can be minor or major, how it works is minor is going to be on the closer side, major is on the further away side, and then augmented is going to be above that, and then diminished is going to be below that. So if you start with a major interval, let's say the major interval has 4 half steps in it. If you make it minor, it's now going to have 3. And then if you make it diminished, it's now going to have 2. And if you make it augmented, it's now going to have 5. So that's how this works. And then if it's a perfect interval, it's just augmented and diminished on either side of it. All right, well, that pretty much covers intervals. I know that was probably a little fast. Covered all that, minor intervals, augmented, all that stuff. That takes a while to get used to. And I would also try playing them on guitar. Learn your major scale and try to move around all your intervals. That can be fun. Now, this is exciting because we covered all that. I don't know if this is going to be a super boring episode because I just barely practiced and barely talked, and then I just talked about intervals for a while. If you're not familiar with the stuff already, you know, try to get familiar with it. And it looks like in the next one, we will finally be ready to start going into introduction to chords. Whoa. Here's where things are going to start slowing down too, because I know I've been going really fast through this, which is actually what I said to not do. But this is all kind of basic stuff that I feel like doesn't need that much of an explanation. But I will slow it down for everything else, and we're going to really milk this series for a while, and I would like for us to just get super comfortable with all this stuff. I think that would be cool. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Okay, well, I do have to say, my mood did pick up a bit going through that. So I am excited to get further into the remedial music theory that we're working on. Yeah, chords will be fun. That's where things start getting real juicy. So I'm excited for that. Hopefully you are too. Hopefully you're enjoying this. I haven't looked at any of these that I filmed yet, and hopefully they're not just atrocious. I'm having a rough time. Bear with me. Things won't always be bad. If you enjoyed all that, you know, be sure to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment if you have a question about anything. Yeah. Alright, well, I'll see you tonight.